Hi, Gamage. First of all, I would like to congratulate you for your wonderful research project about sustainable waste management and here in Auckland Council area with a focus on reducing plastic waste contamination. Such a nice project. And I'll be giving a feedback based on your request about the analysis part and also about one learning outcome that I would like to share. So let me begin with the positive feedback. Your presentation is well structured, clear, and visually engaging. Your topic is highly relevant as well, especially here in New Zealand, where they really take care about nature, and nature is an important or essential part of their culture and identity. I also appreciate that you mentioned about inclusive leadership, about here listening to diverse voices and something I am also exploring on my own research. So let me begin with about analysis plan or your approach. I've noticed that if I'm correct, you are using a quantitative approach with your main data about the household, and you also got qualitative data with your industry, with interviewing with the Auckland Council, with the industries. I can also suggest, if you may, to also consider qualitative interviews with households, which is your main data. This will strengthen your objective number one about identifying gaps in household waste segregation and recycling. As we know, quantitative survey measures about maybe about limited bin space, about confusion on recycling rules, lack of awareness, language barriers, maybe some cultural habits, or maybe some unclear council guidance. But what's the good thing with qualitative is it will measure or explore behind these behaviors, giving depth to our findings. Through qualitative interviews, we could better understand about what motivates them, about the misunderstandings, their everyday challenges. What are the limitations? Why are they not able to segregate waste properly? Their lived experiences with sorting out waste. And also, I'm thinking about those neurodivergent individuals, those people with who are mentally challenged or even with physical disabilities, which could limit them to sort out uh, or segregate waste materials properly. And number two, if you may, I also would like to suggest about the comparisons of one suburb with high contamination rates and one suburb with low contamination rates. We are going to know with suburb with low contamination rates what what are their strategies, what made this suburb successful in making them well performing in terms of segregations. And we also want to know the specific challenges in struggling suburb, the differences in awareness, maybe in habits, or maybe in systems. And number three, I also would like to suggest about considering uh, or looking through the lens of supply chain or product design. These factors, since we also want to see about circular economy goals, we want to see not just the waste being minimized, but also to create waste being recycled, being reused, like how these products are designed, the suppliers, what materials they are using, the recyclability of packaging, or maybe are the supermarkets or the suppliers. complying with sustainable packaging standards. I think this would help us address not only the household behaviors, the downstream, but also the product and packaging design, which is the upstream, which is the core part of circular economy goals. And those are my comments with regards to approach or analysis. Now, with your next feedback request about the learning agreement, I got only one. It's about the learning agreement too, about critically evaluate leadership in designing and implementing change. You mentioned about leadership, about inclusive leadership. Uh, uh, it could be a good thing to also consider what leadership styles the Auckland Council and the industry stakeholders are currently using, and whether this leadership approach influence the community to make it more engaging about uh, whether it impacts positively or negatively impacts the community, whether it's a success of the waste management initiatives. This could allow us to connect to leadership with a real world practice and show how leadership shapes sustainable waste outcomes. So, those are some of my feedbacks, and overall, congratulations. And I'm so excited to know or to see the output of your project.